Chapter 29. Myrna was furious. Her villainesses were dropping like flies. She knew what she had to do. Bring out the B team. The backstabber, the betrayer, the best friend stealer. Jamie! Harmony was shaking me. I was on a bed at Harmony's mom's apartment. I looked down. I was still in my clothes. Something gooey was on my neck. A piece of pineapple. Gross. It's 10 in the morning. You passed out last night on the phone with Marco, Harmony said. OMG, I fell asleep when I was on the phone with Marco? I was so tired. Plus the whole carburetor, engine, blah, blah, blah. I came in and you were sleeping with the phone on your ear. Oh no, I hope I didn't tick off Marco, I said. This was not the way to start a relationship. No, I saved you, Harmony said. He was still talking, and I just pretended to be my mom picking up on the other line saying it was late and you had to hang up. So everything's cool. Phew. Thanks, Harmony, I said. But get up. Gabriella's coming over any minute. Harmony was already showered and dressed in a t-shirt she designed herself. Red belt, jeans she'd patched, knee-high boots. Harmony's apartment buzzer rang. She's here, Harmony said. Get ready fast. Hurry. She ran out before I could say anything. Well, okay, Miss Bossy. I will go meet your precious friend. I threw on the only thing I'd unpacked, a gray hoodie and track pants. I ran a brush through my hair, but it was hopeless. I threw in a scrunchie and followed the sound of laughter into the kitchen. Jamie, it's so nice to meet you. The girl who had to be Gabriella came over and held out her hand to shake. I shook. Ugh. She was adorable. Long brown hair, black slim pants, and a black shirt. Cool choker, the casual chick look. She was bouncing to Harmony's cabinets to get a glass. She obviously knew where everything was, made herself right at home. So Gabriella was just telling me how Adam, this guy we know from Gabriella's homeschool group, was doing the funniest thing. Harmony said to me, well, kind of toward me, and they both started cracking up hysterically. Was anyone going to share what this funniest thing was? Apparently not. But Gabriella stopped laughing. No in-jokes, she warned Harmony. We don't want Jamie to feel left out. Jamie, I want to hear all about your book signing. It must have been so exciting. Gabriella asked me all sorts of questions, like she was really interested. In the midst of it, Harmony managed to get in how Gabriella is going to be in the National Spelling Bee next month. Oh, stop, Gabriella said. Spelling's big in my house. My mom being so into books and all, as Jamie knows. But listen to this, Harmony said. Turns out Gabriella also got a callback for an off-Broadway show. And wait until you see her dance. It's amazing. Blah, blah, yeah, whatever. Ugh. I excused myself to go to the bathroom. I heard Harmony and Gabriella talking about double dating with Raj and Adam, who probably looked like Brad Pitt's younger brother. It was the attack of the genius, beautiful and perfect people. I felt sick. I tried to picture me and Marco coming along on a triple date, but couldn't quite do it. I looked at myself in the mirror. Oh, great. I hadn't removed the damn pineapple. I could just hear Gabriella talking to her friends. Jameson Bartlett? She was kind of quiet and weird, and she had this pineapple sticking to her the whole time. And what was I supposed to do? Say to a best-selling author, "Excuse me, but you have pineapple sticking to your neck." Then they'd all laugh. Speaking of laughing, Harmony and Gabriella were at it again. They needed to stop that. I went to Harmony's bedroom and opened my laptop to check email. An email from Kate and Christopher. Well, Harmony isn't the only one with a cool new friend, so there. I read the email. Sup? Your book signing sounds awesome. Shooting ended early today, so we're hitting the beach. Got to go, Caden. Well, that was not fulfilling. There was a new email from Alton 8, the girl who had written before about her rotten friends and parents. Well, things are getting worse. I asked this guy to go out with me, and he said no, let's just be friends. I'm a loser. The only guys who are interested in me are in chat rooms, and that's because they don't have to look at me in person. I gained 4 pounds. I could die. Please write back. I would use a dose of Is right now. See ya. What could I say? I didn't know. I hit save. I didn't feel much like an empowered advice giver at the moment. I definitely couldn't give her any Is now. I needed it for myself. Someone was stealing my BFF right out from under me. I was being Sawyered. I was seeing, kind of, my dream guy, so that should be good, right? But even the thought of Marco wasn't cheering me up. I lay down on Harmony's bed. I blinked back some tears. Harmony and her new best friend didn't seem to notice I hadn't come back. Shouldn't they both be a little more excited to hang out with me? I mean, it is my manuscript that Gabriella told her mother she loves so much. This sucks. Sucks. I picked up my cell to see if Mom would pick me up early. I wanted to go home. Chapter 30. 12:20 WFLI Talk Radio Show Guests. 9 a.m. Biological Warfare Expert Eli Rossi, MD. 10:30 a.m. Secondary Education Expert Dr. Dawn Welch. 11 a.m. Author Jameson Bartlett. The weirdest thing about doing radio interviews is that most of the time you don't even have to be in the studio. You don't have to even be in the same state. You could be sitting at home in your PJs gabbing away on your own phone. Except instead of talking to your BFF, you're talking with some talk radio person. Like right now, my voice is being broadcast through a radio station in some state I can barely locate on a map. Our guest today on Talk 1220 is Sioux Falls is Jameson Bartlett, author of the bestseller Is, announced the host guy from his radio booth. Hi, Sioux Falls. Please call me Jamie, I said dutifully. Jamie, for the 1 or 2 listeners who haven't read your book, tell us about it. I recited the answer Diana had practiced with me, while determining that the silver gel pen definitely looked better with my skin color than gold. Well, Jamie, isn't it true that on page 22, your character feels inferior because of reading magazines? Sort of, I said, drawing Jamie Bartlett Vega, Marco plus Jamie TLA, on my hand in silver. How then do you justify the fact that your book is being featured in virtually every teen magazine in the country this month, contributing to your sales and your profits? The radio guy continued. And that advertisements promoting your book can be found in 2 of the 3 leading teen magazines this month alone? Wait, it's not that the magazines are bad. What happens is that Is shows how it's some of the stuff in some of the magazines, and then like how you react to stuff, and how our society is. Okay, I was babbling. Ugh, Diana, where are you when I need you? Do you read teen magazines yourself, Jamie? DJ Jerk asked. Yeah, I do, but what I'm trying to say is, you heard it here. Jamie Bartlett does read teen magazines. It's time to cut to a commercial, folks. Let's see what our listeners have to say right after the break. Jamie, hold on for 3 minutes of commercials. Then we'll be back on with you. Okay, I'm on hold. Quick, help. I looked around for Diana's client emergency hotline number. Where was it? Where was it? I know. Diana has trained me for these situations, but it's really hard. What would happen if I just said, look, I'm 14 years old and I'm not an expert in any of this. You think I really know the answer to this? But then the other part of me is like, wow, I get to make a huge impact on all of these girls at my age. I have to be a role model like Iz. I have to inspire them. The problem was, I didn't have all the answers. I mean, I created Iz, but I could make things however I wanted in my book. Yes, my book was advertised in teen magazines. Yes, I read teen magazines. Yes, I like to read teen magazines. Now I'm trying to read them the Isabella way. At least I was ripping out stuff that made me feel bad or skipping right past it. Honest, I was improving. Bling! My cell phone was ringing. Great. Maybe it was Diana and I could ask her how to handle this. Jamie? Oh, it was Lindsay. I couldn't get through to your other line. I really need your advice on something. Oh no, not more advice. I can't do it anymore. I am not a walking advice column, okay? I am Jamie Bartlett, regular girl. Yeah, I wrote a book in which every girl's problems were fixed. But guess what? It's fiction. There's no such thing as is. Lindsay, I said in a big burst, I can't help you. I have to get back to the other line. I'm on hold and, well, fine, Lindsay snapped, suddenly not sounding like Lindsay. What, is Kate and Christopher on the other line? Marco Vega? Harmony? One of your more important friends? I am always here for you. I listen to you, Marco, all the time. I even went to the popular table with you while everyone ignored me. And you know what? I'm tired of being blown off by you. Like I'm a nothing. You're acting like Myrna. Click. Lindsay hung up on me. On my other phone, I heard the radio show jingle music come back on. The radio guy was back in my receiver. Welcome back to Talk 1220. We're chatting with Jamie Bartlett, bestseller author of Iz. We're running out of time, so let's just move on to our first caller, the radio guy said. Phew. Hello, Ashley, you're on with Jamie. Am I really talking to Jamie? Jamie, I am so your biggest fan. I'm on my cell, and guess what? I'm camped out in front of the radio station waiting for you to come out. I have been waiting here for hours. This is the biggest moment of my life. Chapter 31. I felt bad that Ashley was camping out at the radio station waiting for me. I was home in New York in my pajamas. I was feeling pretty bummed out for me too. Things were spinning out of control. But so many great things were happening to me with my book, and who was going to throw me a pity party? Certainly not Harmony with her new BFF and her new super boyfriend. Harmony had called me after I got back upstate. It didn't go well. Hey, what was your deal today? She'd said. Nothing, I felt sick, I muttered. Look, Jamie, Harmony said, you were pretty rude to Gabriella today. She was all excited to meet you, and now I can't imagine what she's thinking. I know what she's thinking, I said, ticked off that Harmony was ticked off at me. She's thinking, oh, Jamie Bartlett is such a disappointment. I thought I was meeting Iz, and she's not Iz. I know it. You know it. Hey, wait a minute. All you've been doing lately is sitting around and whining that you're not Iz. Sitting around wishing you were like Iz, Harmony said to me. Get up and do something about it, Jamie. You don't get to be like Iz just by flicking your hand around, do you? Harmony, I said. Uh-oh. She sounded really mad. Look, Jamie, I know you're dealing with a lot, okay? We could talk later. Right now, it's not a good time, she said. I gotta go. She hung up. Harmony went off on me. Lindsay called me a Myrna. I needed some emotional support. Some cheering up. Something. I called Marco. Hey, dude, what's up? He said. Not much, just hanging out. Well, yeah, So I'm watching the wrestling, and then you can't believe what happened. And then there were 20 minutes of World Wrestling, and 20 minutes of the features of the new Porsche, which wasn't as good as the spider in his eyes, but he wouldn't turn it down if someone gave it to him. And on and on. I didn't like wrestling or cars, just cheese fries. All we had in common was cheese fries. And the whole poetry thing, the love of literature. What happened to that? I thought about our date at the mall. I had yet to have one decent conversation with the guy, and I'd been blaming myself. I was too nervous to talk. I kept telling myself. But it takes two to make conversation, doesn't it? Shouldn't Marco say something like, "How was your day, Jamie?" Or, "What do you like to do?" Or, "How is your book?" Or something. Anything? I needed to get some kind of connection here. Where was the Marco who wrote beautiful love poems? And the hubcaps? Cups? Awesome, Marco was saying. "Hey, Marco," I said, interrupting him. This was my last chance. I needed to unleash the Marco I had first fallen for. Remember that day we were partners in English class last year, when you read that poem we got assigned for homework? About the sunsets and true love and all that? "Oh, yeah," Marco said. "Dude, that was bad." "What?" "Man, I was so busted. Got a week's detention for that one," Marco groaned. "What are you talking about?" I asked him. "That poem I bought off Tyler Jones," Marco said. "Mr. Blemos was so pissed, man. He's all, 'Plagiarizing can get you expelled, Mr. Vega.' And I'm like, well, dude, you assigned a poem. Like, what? I'm supposed to write a poem? How was I supposed to know Tyler would sell me some famous poem?" Oh. Marco Vega had bought the poem off Tyler Jones, who got it from the internet. That was it. I had to face it. Marco plus Jamie was not a relationship his fans would be cheering on. It wasn't like he was mean or anything, but I couldn't be hoping every other girl in the universe was going to be more like Isabella, and then wimp out myself. I know. No guy is better than wrong guy. Marco Vega equals wrong guy. Hot mama guy, good kissing guy, but definitely wrong guy for me. Goodbye, Marco. I told him I had to go and hung up. I wasn't in the mood right now to tell him my goodbye was really goodbye. Chapter 32. So there I was, all alone. Very, very alone. This really sucked. Suddenly, my laptop announced, "You've got mail." It was from Alton 8. I felt even worse. I'd totally neglected her. I never wrote her back after she was practically begging for attention. Maybe I'd read it later. I wasn't in the mood to feel sorry for anyone else but me, but I clicked on read. "Dear Jamie, I know you're really busy getting back from NYC and everything, but I've got a plan I wanted to tell you about so you could maybe send some thoughts my way so it all goes okay. Here it is. I've been emailing with this guy I met in a chat room. He's really cool. His parents are divorced, and they were always fighting, so he knows what I'm going through. He lives in San Francisco, and he wants me to go out there and meet him. He knows I'm only 15, but it's okay with him even though he's 28, since I'm really mature for my age. I really need someone who cares about me, and he's there for me. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to the bus station in a little bit, and by the time my parents even notice, I'll be way gone. I won't have a computer, so I just wanted to say bye to you, and thanks for listening." What? Alton 8 was going to take a bus across country to meet some older guy she met in a chat room? She's like my age and OMG, he could be some pervert. Or worse. I had to stop her. I had to stop her. Isflix. Alton 8, are you there? I IM'd her as fast as I could. I waited. Please be there. Please be there. I was praying. Come on, answer me. Ding! Alton 8. Jamie? Is that really you? Yes, she hadn't left yet. Isflix. I got your message. I just don't think it's such a great idea. Alton 8. You don't understand. Once I get to San Fran, then Chet said I could crash with him, so I have a place to stay. Not good. Think, Jamie, think. Alton 8. Gigi, the bus is at 6. Isflix. Wait! Wait, what? Isflix. I wanted to tell you, you won a live chat with me and some prizes for being a #1 fan. Congratulations! I needed to stall her. What could I do? What could I do? I needed help. Alton 8. Really? I never won anything before in my life. Maybe I can make her put her mother on or something. Isflix. Yeah, you won. Are your parents there to sign for the permission? Alton 8. No, they are out. I ran to Allie's bedroom and banged on the door. Allie, get Mom. I yelled at her. Get Dad. Mom and Dad are at Home Depot getting shelves to put your awards on, creep. So go away, Allie yelled back. I busted in. For the first time, I appreciated Mom and Dad's no locking bedroom doors policy. Allie was lying on her bed. She sat up. Get out of here, she snarled. Allie, I need you. Really need you. Please, I begged. I said out. She didn't even look up. Allie, this is serious. Retsis, Allie. Retsis. I said the code word from our childhood, the word to stop our fights. Okay, it was pretty stupid, but I didn't know how else to tell her I needed her help. Needed her. She looked up at me. This better be really, really important, she said. It is, I promise. I rushed on before she changed her mind. I don't know what to do. There's this girl emailing me, and she says she's going to run off to be with some 28-year-old guy she met in a chat room. She's saying she's going to catch a bus to San Francisco, and she's leaving now. Allie jumped off her bed. Show me. The IM conversation was still on the screen. Are you sure she's for real? What if it's some 40-year-old guy pretending to be a girl to get your sympathy? Allie asked, reading the screen. I think she's for real. I followed all the rules from that internet safety class Mom and Dad made us take. She's emailed me a bunch of times before, I said. Show me the old emails, Allie instructed. Okay, I said. Go to the folder called, They Love Me. Okay. Quick, I am the girl again and stall her some more while I turn on the other computer, Allie said. I'm going to read her other emails to see if I could get some clues. Clues to what? I asked her. Just do it. We don't have much time. Isflix. You still there? Alton 8. Leaving soon. Isflix. I'm sorry about your parents. Alton 8. Yeah, it really sucks. Isflix. They fight all the time? Alton 8. Yeah, but they pretend to be all fine outside the house. My friends don't even know they're fighting. I have to make things look perfect all the time. Isflix. You're right. That sucks. Bam! Got something. Allie ran back in. Okay, track down that she's actually here in town. Maybe I can trace her further. Let me look at your computer a second. Huh? Let me try tapping into this network, Allie said, typing furiously. Okay, password, loading. Good. Search. Come on, faster. Was this my sister? Who is she? Allie was muttering to herself, scrolling through IM. Okay, you told her you were in New York visiting Harmony. What else did you say to her lately? I didn't tell her I was in the city, I said. I haven't emailed her in weeks. I was feeling really guilty about that. I just never felt in the mood for someone else's problems. I was so wrapped up in my own. Well then, how did she know you just got back upstate? Allie demanded. See, in her IM, she knew you just got back from the city. Wait a minute. How did Alton 8 know that? It wasn't in the papers or on my fan site or anything. I never mentioned my own personal life to her. I was positive. Internet safety rule number 1. Don't give out any personal information online. I followed the rules obsessively, not only because of the whole safety thing, but also because I knew my parents would yank the plug on my new laptop if I didn't. Come on, Jamie, you've got to know more about her. I mean, you told her your home email, so you guys must share some info, right? Allie said. She doesn't have my home email, I said. Just my Isflix. Yes, she does. She's emailed you on your Just Me screen name before. See? Allie brought up my old mail. She was right. How'd you get that? I said. I only give that out to my friends and, the school directory. Nothing related to Is, though. Wait a minute. School directory. And Alton 8 knew I was visiting Harmony in New York. Wait a minute. Someone at school? Something was nagging me. Okay, what was it about Alton 8 I was missing here? I thought about her emails. Someone whose parents were fighting all the time and wouldn't listen to her. Someone who didn't make the cheerleading squad. Allie, I screamed. It's Jennifer, too. She wrote a story about her parents fighting for our writing critique group. She didn't make the cheerleading squad like Sawyer and Jennifer won. She's the substitute, the alternate. Get it? Alta and 8. It's got to be Jennifer, too. Jennifer Roth. Allie jumped up. Okay, should we call the police? Are her parents home? No, I said. She said they were out. Allie checked on more keys. Okay, I got her address. I'll track down Mom. And I'll go over there, I said. She lived a couple streets over from Harmony. I biked as fast as I could. I had no idea what I was going to do when I got there, but I had to get there. I got to Jennifer 2's house. I rang the bell. I rang again. Answer it, Jennifer, answer it. Jennifer came to the door. Jamie, what are you doing here? Congratulations? I'm here for that live chat you won, I said to her with a big fake smile. It meant a really live chat, live and in person. How did you know that was me? Wait, you can't just come over to my house. She was all confused. Hey, look, is this the way my fan is supposed to treat me? I said. Aren't you going to invite me in? She let me in the door, reluctantly. Jennifer looked all stressed out. She was chewing her nails, obviously not happy to see me. Jennifer, okay, we need to talk. It really sucks about your parents and your friends and cheerleading and all that. I know how Sawyer and the other Jennifer can be. She turned red. Don't tell Sawyer I said any of that stuff. You aren't supposed to know that was me emailing you. I won't say anything, I said. But look, you can't run off to San Francisco. You just can't. It's not safe. You don't know this guy. He could be dangerous. I know Chet would never do anything to hurt me. Okay, but Jennifer, a girl traveling alone? That's not safe. Think about everything you hear on the news. You can't go. Jennifer stood up. I am going, she said. Chet is waiting for me. You can't stop me. I know you're but you still can't stop me from going. She pushed past me. She started to go upstairs. I sank down on a couch. You're right about one thing, and you're way wrong about another, I called up to her. You're right. I can't stop you. But you're wrong if you think I'm I'm nothing like Is. What are you talking about, she said. You're Jameson Bartlett, best-selling author. You're Is. No, I'm not Is, I said, and it all came out in a rush. You see me at school. Do I seem like Is? If I were I'd be able to fix my own problems. Yeah, right. My life is totally crashing down on me. I mean, it's nothing awful like your parents. But remember how you emailed me that your friends were leaving you out of everything? I was just visiting Harmony, and she found a new best friend, and they were all talking and leaving me out, and they didn't even notice I was gone. Then, even Lindsay told me off. Okay, and my sister makes me crazy. Then this guy I crushed on so didn't work out. And Sawyer makes my life miserable on a daily basis. But I didn't say that out loud. Wow. Jennifer came over and sat down on the couch next to me. Wow. See? I said. So I can't stop you from going. I can't even figure out how to do the right thing half the time myself. I can't even talk to anyone about all this. Why not? Because everybody expects me to be and I am so not. I mean, I don't know what to do myself half the time. But it's not like I could tell anyone that. And say what? Guess what, Flickers? I'm a fraud. I burst into tears. Next thing you know, I'm crying all over the place. I could tell Jennifer didn't know what to do. She gave me an awkward little hug. And then all of a sudden, the door burst open. And it was Allie and my mom. Hey! Jennifer yelled, jumping up and glaring at me. You didn't mean any of that. You were just tricking me to stall me. I wish I was. My tears kept coming. Jamie? My mom said, all worried. Are you okay? Jennifer, are you okay? What is going on here? Allie, Mom, I said, it's okay. It's okay. Can you wait a minute? I just need to talk to Jennifer alone. My mom started to protest, but Allie stopped her. We can guard the door, Mom, Allie said. I turned to Jennifer. I wish I was saying all that to stall you, I said. But it's totally true, and it sucks. Everything sucks. Jennifer looked at me. Yeah, she sighed. Things really suck. I kind of smiled. I can't believe I cried all over you. Don't tell anyone I did that, okay? Way embarrassing. Or what I said, okay? I didn't mean to tell anybody that stuff. You should probably tell somebody. You know what Iz says. The whole share your feelings and don't keep them inside. I don't want you to go over the edge or anything, you know. I am one of your biggest fans, Jennifer said. Plus, I'm waiting for a sequel. Ah, I smiled. Don't even go there. Maybe your mom can help you? Unless she's like my mom. Jennifer's voice trailed off. We looked at my mom. I had a thought. A kind of dorky thought, but yeah, I guess I can talk to her, I said. And, maybe you should too? She does write this advice thing for the paper. Okay, it was on gardening, but still. Jennifer didn't say anything for a minute. She looked really, really tired. Then she nodded. We went over to my mom, still guarding the door with Allie. I filled her in. How about I talk to Jennifer for a minute? My mom said. Allie and I went into the kitchen together. Okay, I said to Allie. She's not running off to San Francisco. Not today, anyway. Allie and I looked at each other. All of a sudden, we were high-fiving. Alton 8 was not running off to San Francisco. We stopped her. We did it. And then I started kind of crying again, and Allie kind of hugged me. Jamie, she said, that was so incredibly Iz.